Hi everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to 2015. I cannot believe it, but I am so excited. I'm not going to sit and say where does the year went because I am so excited for 2015 that I could scream. So it took me a long time to decide how to do one of these best products or favourites of 2014 videos. I watch them every year and I always love them, and it always gives me a huge list of products that I want to try, but I couldn't decide how I wanted to do it. So I have finally decided that I'm just going to talk about products that have become new to me in 2014 or products that have just launched. So for instance, I could talk about Origin's Clean Energy Cleansing Oil because I used it every day in 2014, but I've been using it for years, so it didn't really seem like it was specific to 2014. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that this is the best way to do it. Hopefully if I'm still doing these videos next year, I'll just be able to look back at my favourites videos from the year, whereas this is obviously the first year I'm doing it, so I don't have that luxury. But let me get into the video. I have written a list of every category, and then I've just wrote down products that I thought were great from that category, and I'm only going to talk about the ones that I thought really deserved to be mentioned. So first of all, with skincare, I wanted to talk about the Origins Make a Difference line. This line was reformulated at the end of 2013, and it was reformulated to be the Make a Difference Plus range. So I wanted to talk about the serum and the moisturiser. I've talked about this a lot, but I've used it every single day. I love it. The moisturiser is amazing, and I started using this serum about halfway through the year. Before that I was using the Darphan Hydra Skin Serum, and I also have to talk about that because that's amazing too. And I'll put a list of everything that I'm talking about in the bottom bar. Definite favourite products of 2014 for skincare. So for makeup, as I said, I've written every category, so I've wrote down primer, eyeshadow, liner, mascara, and I'm only going to talk about things that I really thought deserved to be talked about. So for eyeshadow, I felt I needed to mention the Pressed Pigments from MAC. I think they were maybe launched in 2013 in collections, but they came out as a permanent collection in 2014, and I have the black, the white and a sort of peachy champagne colour, and I love them all. I think they are phenomenal eyeshadows, phenomenal glittery eyeshadows, and if you use them wet with Fix Plus they really take on a really high shine. But I love them. I think they are amazing, and they're the only, of course there's other eyeshadows I've used this year, and like I have a palette with eyeshadows and I could have mentioned these, but they weren't new to me this year, so I thought the Pressed Pigments were my favourite new eyeshadow product from 2014. But I felt like I needed to mention the glitters I have from MAC. So I have the MAC Gold Glitter, the 3D Black and the Reflex Gold. I do have a few others, like I have the MAC Copper and the Black and Red, and I love those as well, but the three I just mentioned are my favourites, and I have worn them so much this year to add to an eye makeup for a night out, and they're totally worth the price because they will last forever. I use them with the MAC Mixing Medium, the eyeliner version. If you hate wearing glitter because it's so messy, then you need to get yourself the Mixing Medium because it just makes things so much easier. You just mix it with the glitter and apply it and there is no fallout. Who doesn't love a bit of glitter? For liner, I wanted to mention the Clinique Gel Liner. I have been using this for a long time, but I sort of rediscovered it in 2014, and I have decided that I will not use any other gel liner. I make a promise to this now. I've used the Smashbox one this year, the MAC one for a long time, and the Bobbi Brown one, and I just don't think any of them are as good as the Clinique one, so this baby is going to be me and him forever. So I am big on brows. It's really hard to find good brow products for redheads. A lot of them either lean too cool or they're more red than sort of coppery orange undertones. So I have two loves and discoveries of 2014 for brows, and the first ones were the Illamasqua brow cakes. I have them in the shade Peak and Thunder now. Thunder was the first one I bought and it was a total revelation for me. I just love it. I think it is such a fantastic brow shade. If you have my sort of colour family of hair. It is just such a good shade, and Peak is a little bit lighter and more caramel toned. So I love those. I could rave about them forever. They are phenomenal and they give such a great shape. You can wet them, you can use it with the Illamasqua sealing gel, and they just were a total game changer for me for my eyebrows. Then in the middle of 2014, MAC launched a whole new range of brow products, and within that range were products for redheads. So they have a brow set, a brow gel, and a brow pencil. So I have tried all of those and I absolutely love them all. The main star of the show for me really is the MAC Pro Longwear waterproof brow set in Red Chestnut. I love that product and I use it every day, and most of the time I use the Illamasqua brow cake in Thunder and this together, but I use them all, to be honest. I do variations, and I'm so happy that us redheads are getting back in the game for eyebrows. So humongous love for those products. So I thought about foundation for a long time, probably longer than anyone should, and I picked two favourites in the end. So the first one I bought in about September of 2013. I went back and looked at an Instagram post, and it is the Tom Ford Traceless foundation. So while I don't really wear this anymore, I just kind of forgot about it. I did wear it for such a long time. I wore it from about September of 2013 all the way through till the middle of 2014. So it was an everyday foundation for me, and it definitely got some love, and I will need to bring it back out. It is such a light coverage, really glowing and natural, and as the name would suggest, traceless, but a fantastic foundation, really expensive, and I think they might have reformulated it now, but I just thought I would mention it because it definitely was one of my favourite products, and one that, while I have forgotten about it, I will need to bring it back out. And the other one was a launch for MAC at the beginning of this year, I think, and it is the MAC Mineralize Moisture Foundation. This is seriously glowy. I have the shade NW13, and in the Tom Ford foundation I'm 01 Alabaster. So the MAC Mineralize Moisture is seriously heavy duty glow. If you're oily, stay away from this. Don't touch it with a barge pole. You will hate it if you don't like glow. If you like MAC Face and Body, then you will love this. I think it's like MAC Face and Body but faster, so you don't have to build it up as much, you don't have to build up layers. This you just whack on one layer and it's total kind of sheer to medium coverage, really beautiful and glowing skin and really natural. It's a really great everyday foundation. If you're dry or mature, you will love this. And I've went back to wearing Face and Body lately, and I think I need to give this baby some love again because it's just such a great foundation and comes in a really great pale shade as well. If you are a MAC wearer, you know that only a few of the MAC foundations go down to NW10, which is the lightest shade, but this one goes down to NW13 and it doesn't lean too pink, so I can kind of get away with it and I love it. So love for those foundations. For concealer, there really was only one product that I wanted to mention and it came to my mind right away. It is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage Camouflage Makeup for Face and Body. So this is a foundation, I believe, but it is serious coverage. If you use this as a foundation, then let me know because you are braver than I am. It is totally full coverage, but used as a concealer, I just use it for pinpoint concealing and normally only if the blemish is serious while I use it. but blended out it looks so natural, so beautiful and so flawless that I reached for this over any other concealer a lot of the year. Not for under the eyes though, just for blemishes and any redness on the skin. But as it says on the back, apply sparingly and blend, and they mean sparingly. The amount I have wasted of this product is ridiculous because I always put too much out on my hand. But give it a go. It's probably not something that you would think to use right away, but definitely a fantastic product. I believe that Charlotte Tilbury has this in her kit as a concealer, and I think that's probably where I heard of it first, but love it, fantastic product, and definitely the best concealer of 2014. Honourable mention for concealer has to go to the MAC Mineralize concealer. I was on the hunt probably 2 months ago for a new concealer for under my eyes because every concealer in the world creases under my eyes and I just have to make my peace with it. There's nothing I can do. But I was looking for something light coverage, wouldn't sink into any dehydration lines, and something that would be light enough for under my eyes. And I was talking to one of the girls on MAC and she recommended this, and she actually said she blends this all over her skin, which is beautiful. But even though I've only been using this for a couple of months, I can't put it down, so I thought I had to mention it. If you have any lines and wrinkles around the eyes and you don't want something that's going to be so heavy it sinks in, then you'll probably love this. But fantastic concealer for me, and I really have been using it every day, so while I've only been using it for 2 months, I thought it definitely deserved to be mentioned. For powder, there was only one that I could mention, and it is my Love Studio Fix powder. So I've known about this for a long time. Obviously it's a really popular product, but being dry and not liking a lot of coverage, I never thought that I would like this product. It was just something that I never gravitated towards. But MAC launched this and the foundation in the shade NW10, I think probably about a year ago, and I just thought I would try it because I knew it would be a great shade for me. So I bought the powder and I have loved it ever since. I am almost about to hit pan, and that is serious because I have so much makeup that it's really hard for me to finish something. One of my favourite ways to use this is with quite a small powder brush, and I just dust it wherever I need it. It's fantastic for setting that double wear concealer from Estee Lauder, and it just gives you even more coverage, but because it really mattes out the area, it seems to make any blemishes less noticeable. So a fantastic product, and I'm so happy I tried this. For highlighters, I need to tell you about the Illamasqua. So the Illamasqua Gleam, I have both the shades, and then this is technically a blush from Illamasqua, but the colour is in Lies, and it's a fantastic highlighter for me. I just love the texture of these, especially Lies, just so glowing, looks so glowing on the skin. The Aurora and Lies make my skin look like plastic, and I love that. I actually first heard of this from Nick from Pixie Woo, and she was saying how the Illamasqua cream blush in Lies really makes her skin look like plastic, and she loved that, so I knew that I would love it too. And these are both fantastic products. I can't use the darker shade really on my skin tone, but I've used it on clients and it looks phenomenal. These are standout highlighters of 2014 for me, and I can't wait to start using them again. I've kind of went back to using my Mineralize skin finish in Soft and Gentle in the winter just because it's easier, and I'm not sure, I think I just like to use powders more in the winter. But I can't wait to start using these again because they are my favourites, and I love Illamasqua, it's one of my favourite brands. For contour, there was only one thing I could mention, and that is the MAC Pro Sculpting powder in the shade Sculpt. I know, confusing. This is a Pro product, but I think you might be able to buy it on the website now. If not, you can just call them up and order it. But I was using Harmony blush powder before this, and then I was in MAC one day and I saw this and just picked it up on a whim, and I'm so glad I did. I have used it every single day since. It is well loved, and I never hit pan on anything like this, so it just shows you how much I love it. I use it with a 168 brush every day, and I just can't live without it. I love it now. It's my favourite contouring product. And while Harmony is amazing, this is definitely better. So love this product. I needed to give a special mention to MAC Pro Longwear eyeshadow in Uninterrupted. This is my favourite eyeshadow of all time, and I use it all the time on my eyes. But this year I started to use it on my face as well, and it works really well on my skin tone with a light hand. I use a big fluffy brush like a 129, and I dust this on top of my contour. So for me it's sort of like a bronzer for most people. I just use it to bring warmth to my skin. My face can look a little bit flat because I'm so pale, and in photos I look like I've got a moon face. So I've loved using this with that product, with the sculpting powder, to bring warmth to my face. And I mean, I thought I couldn't love this eyeshadow anymore, but now I do. So I thought about what blush I wanted to mention for a long time, and I thought about mentioning all the sort of berry tones I've started to love this year, but then I realised there's one blush that I have used pretty much every day since it launched, and that is MAC Mineralize blush in Petal Power. It's a sort of pinky coral shot through with a gold, and I got this when it first launched. I've depotted mine and I keep it in a palette with the sculpting powder and Uninterrupted and a few other things. But I have used this every single day. I definitely use it most days because it's just such an easy blush. I don't have to think about it. It goes with peachier toned lipsticks, it goes with dark lipsticks, it goes with a red lip, so it's super easy to wear. It gives my skin a glow, and I always love that because I have dry skin. I didn't really think about how much I loved this blush until I sat down to write this list. It's definitely been a favourite of mine for the whole year. And so this year for me has been the year of the liner. I know that in the past sort of 4 months it really has been liner time for everyone because of the infamous Kylie Jenner lip. But those aren't the kind of colours that I like to wear. I know that Whirl is super popular just now, Whirl lip liner from MAC, but I have been loving lip liners. I always have used lip liners with a red lip, but I never really wore them other than that, and I was always the sort of person that I wore a red lip but I didn't really wear anything. But now I am obsessed with lip liners, and I just like to wear them on their own most of the time. So I love Chicory lip liner from MAC, I love Auburn, all of these are from MAC. I love Auburn, I love Nightmoth lip liner. Brick is my favourite for a red lip. I'm such a huge fan of the MAC lip liners, and I kind of want them all now. Half and Half as well is a great shade, but I love those. I love to wear them under lipsticks, but I also just love to wear them on their own. And in the past sort of couple of months I've been wearing Chicory lip liner with Cork lip liner, both from MAC, around the outside, and it gives such a full lip, so I absolutely love that combination. So this year has also been the year of the liquid lipstick for me. I'm still in love with lipsticks like MAC Ruby Woo, but since about June, when my friend got me the Limecrime Velvetine in Red Velvet, it really has been the year of the liquid lipstick, and I have wore that non-stop. I'm almost finished it, and then I've picked up 2 of the Sephora lip stains, and I love those as well. I'm going to get more colours the next time I'm at a Sephora. So I don't know what else to say about these. And they're just so pigmented, and I am someone who loves a bold lip, so they are right up my street. So I had to mention the Beauty Blender sponges. I discovered these in about February, I think, and I just haven't looked back. I love them. These aren't the official Beauty Blenders, and I haven't even tried those. I got these from eBay, and they're about £5 for a pack of 2, so that makes much more sense to me, and they are fantastic. Maybe one day I'll try the Beauty Blender and that'll be even better, but for now I am so happy with these. They apply foundation like a dream, and it makes applying foundations like MAC Studio Fix, which is normally really heavy and drying for me, it makes applying those so much easier. So I wet it under the tap, and for me I get it really wet because I like to sheer out the foundation, but you can wet it with Fix Plus as well, and I absolutely love these. They've totally changed applying foundation for me. So those have been all of my favourite products from 2014. I am sure that tomorrow I'll remember something and I will think, how the hell did I forget to mention that? But it's so hard to think about things that you've loved in February when it's now December. But as I said, maybe next year, if I've been doing favourites all year, I'll just be able to look back on them and it'll be much easier. So I hope that you enjoyed that and it's given you some things that you want to buy, because I know that these videos always make me write lists of things that I need to get. So thank you for watching my first video of 2015. I hope there will be many more to come because I'm really enjoying making these videos. And now I have to go because there is a puppy running around on my floor like a mad woman. Thank you for watching. Bye. What are you doing? Were you interrupting my video? And now you're licking the camera.